Welcome back to another Crankin the Hog poker vlog. I think this is like the fifth or sixth. Who cares? You're tuning in for another one. That's all that matters, and I appreciate that. What's not new is that we're playing 0.25, 0.50. 25-50 cent on the popular gambling site known as Bovada, six-handed. This one's kind of crazy. I know I like to lead off with that a lot. However, we make a huge mistake about 3 hands in the video. And let's just say, I'm not sure if I can recover. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video. Hey guys, before this hand starts, or as it starts, I want to mention that I played at a table previously and profited about 20 bucks. So initially with my $50, I have 20 behind it to fire for a half bullet, if you will. But we're on the small blind, we raise it up, get 3-bet, and we are going to call. And we're going to see a board of 5, 9, 8 rainbow. So when I check it on over to him, he is going to fire out for about 33% of pot. And there really is only one hand he could be doing this for value with, or even as a semi-bluff. It's with Jack 10 suited, because he did 3-bet us, and we're ahead of that. You can't really have 6-7 suited because, first of all, that's a pretty light of a 3-bet, but I have the blockers of that, hardcore blockers, so he could be doing this with ace-king or ace-queen, and I'm just going to go ahead and deny equity with a pretty big raise here. I raised it up by 3x his bet size, and he's going to fold, so we're going to take a nice one down to start. Okay, now it's time for 2-10 suited of the diamond variety. This is a hand that most of the time shouldn't be here, but it is going to limp around. I'm on the small blind. Why not? It's a suited combination, and we see a very favorable board. 2 diamonds with Jack and King have a backdoor street draw as well to make the nuts. Everyone's going to bet/call, and this presents a perfect opportunity to raise pretty big. I really do like this sizing. Most of the time I'm looking back, and I'm like, I really don't like the sizing. I really don't like it when I did this. However, this is the perfect amount to keep people in with very, very strong hands, like top pair type hands. Most of the time it's going to be some sort of 2-pair. And when I raise, I get a re-raise. And I just think this line is very, very under-bluffed, especially because he let out into 3 people with the initial raise, and he is the big blind, so he could have all the bullshit 2 pairs. And he also, I guess, if he's crazy, he could have a better flush draw. He could have like queen 3 suited of diamonds, and that would make a lot of sense. So I just don't think this is the play to call. I don't even think my flush draw is going to be good here, so I ended up folding. Okay, so let me introduce you to 9-3 of hearts, another hand that really shouldn't be in here, and I'm going to show you why. I decide to limp in, and we face a raise. This guy is a very aggressive player. I decide to call, simple as that, and we see a board that favors us. So when he leads out here, folding's out of the question. Think about all the c-bets you faced ever. For those of you that have played in person, think about how many times I c-bet. I'm a pretty aggressive player. Think about how many times Austin c-bets. If he raises pre-flop, you will be seeing a bet on the flop from him 99% of times. So it's just kind of like, I have showdown value, why not call? And I'm just going to call, not raise, because I don't want to scare his bluffs away if he decides to do that. But a pot size bet is something to be aware of. Can we see it twice? Now it's like, this is not a line that is bluffed. If he's going to bluff again, if he's going to double barrel, maybe he has hearts or something, I think he would size down. So now it's like, okay, he pre-flopped raise on the big blind, so his range could be anything, but it's probably going to be something like ace-queen suited, top. Or just ace-queen in general, not even suited. But it's just like, okay. Well, now I have equity to beat that. I could do something with this backdoor flush draw. I could make a 2-pair, I could make trips. It's just like, Okay, so I decide to painstakingly call. So, unfortunately for us, we see the 10 of spades roll off. Not a break, but a break for us. But note, he bet half pot. This guy who's only been betting full pot, this ultra strong line, decides to bet half pot when in reality rivers are kind of full pot or strong bet or check, you know, is something you don't really see a half pot bet. So immediately I'm like, okay, he has a queen. He has a queen. He has a pair. He has a single pair. He has a single pair. So I get to thinking, if he's wary enough to go half pot, I think he's realizing the strength of his hand in correlation to the board. In reality, I could have a lot of two pairs. 6-9 is in my range. 9-10 off is in my range. Queen 9 off is in my range. Just a whole lot of nonsense that is in my range to have. So I opt to do something I probably shouldn't do. I have showdown value, even though it's kind of like bluff or bet. I think actually calling's the worst possible option, so it's either bluff or bet for me. I elect to go for the very risky play. I jam all in. That's right, jamming all in for my $38. And this is a slight overbet of the pot. Like, this is a significant jam. I'm not mad at this play at all. This line is very under bluff, not because it's check call, check jam, but it's check call, full pot bet, check pot call, full pot bet, check jam. A half pot bet. I mean, he is showing immense strength. That is without a doubt. He has to have top or better. He can't even have king queen here. He can't even. Well, he could, because there's not really any possibility that I would outkick him. But king queen's about the extent of it. But yeah, I just don't think there's any bluffs here. The line of going check call, check jam, especially when those calls are being called of full pot, 2 out of the 3 at least. That's just showing this. I know you're strong, but I am going to try to get the maximum. Like, I know I'm stronger. That is just immense confidence. It's what a lot of people do when they have in a great made hand. But yeah, like I said previously in a video, maybe it was 2 videos ago, just because I'm able to put them on a type of hand, it doesn't mean that I could get them to fold. And I was grossly wrong with what I thought he had. Yeah, he's gonna roll over black aces. With my jam, aces are a bluff catcher, and I think I was very much wrong to bluff here, because I even think ace queen's calling. They just cannot get over the fact that they have a strong hand. It is objectively strong. Aces, holy shit, yeah, it's an overpair. It's just gonna be strong as hell. But it's a bluff catcher, and I think this guy, you know, he tanked for a little bit. I think he realized that, hey, maybe aces are no good. But at the end of the day, no one's gonna be folding aces on a 25-50 cent game. So yeah, I think I'm the idiot here for trying to sneak one out over a hand I knew was really strong. And we're gonna lose $50 in a $100 pot, but yeah. Moving on. We have the jiggities, pocket jacks, the fish hooks, PJs. Holy shit, I just came up with PJs off the dome. Like pocket jacks, like P, then J's, because 2 of them, 2 jacks. Yeah, anyway, we'll be using that in the future. But we do get 1 caller. We jack it up to 150, get 1 caller, and we see a more than favorable flop. That's right, we bink it. We bink the set. Holy shit, are we turning it around or what? Go ahead and check it. We are blocking top pair value. He bet small. Not gonna raise here, just gonna call. He's gonna bet again. Alright, so no reason not to jack this shit up. Get it? Jack this shit up. Jack. Perfect. Alright, that's enough puns made in this one hand to last a lifetime. Yeah, so this is, we get the second nuts. We are going to raise here. It is perfect. It is looking like he has an 8. That's probably the only hand he could have bet turn with. He could have 9s. That's really the only pocket pair he could have. I feel like 10s maybe would have 3-bet me, and we would have a little bit more money in the pot. That being said, if he has an 8 here, we're just going to get it. If he somehow has a jack here, we're just going to get it. But no, he has neither. He could have had 9s, but yeah, he folds. And we take down a $15 profit, $30 pot. What's better than PJs? Queens. Not by much. Actually, by a lot. I feel like jacks and queens have this huge marginal divide. Anyway, here, very small 3-bet. We're going to jack that crap up to a very small 4-bet, keeping it on theme. Should have went way more. I don't know what I was thinking. And we see a doo-doo flop. Absolutely doo-doo crop dust flop. And then we see an open jam. What the hell? Let me give you an observation, or just be a fly on the wall for my thinking. Thinking two things. Number one, welcome to 25.50 cent. Second, what the fuck could this guy have to be ripping it with? Everyone's thinking it, right? He flopped it. He flopped the goods. He flopped it. He flopped 9-10. What? 9-10? Well, this guy min clicked a 3-bet, so he'd have to have 9-10 suited, if anything. Doesn't really make any sense. He could have a set. Set has a speed. Holy shit, everything has a speed. Sorry, gotta rearrange for a better view of the board here because I still can't believe my eyes. And I just, never in a million years would I like normally call this. I think this would just be like an unfortunate fold, and I'd be mad because I didn't get any content with queens. But yeah, you can probably imagine where this is going. Yeah. I am sorry. I am so sorry. But the fact of the matter is, I kind of just thought, if this guy has a set, he's going to be scared about how connected the board is, and he's going to bet smaller. If he has a straight, he's going to be worried about he's going to be missing out on value if he jams. He's not going to be doing it. So I psyched myself into a call. Absolutely psyched myself. And I shouldn't even be doing this because I also thought about the last act. I thought about it for maybe 15 seconds. I did tank for the max time I could. So maybe that means something. But yeah, I flick it in, dude. I call, and yeah, the other dude calls, and somehow, some way, we are fucking good. Sorry for throwing the F word around. Should not be saying that. But let's just look at these dudes' hands. 2-8 clubs. This guy opened pre-flop with 2-8 clubs. He called a technical 4-bet. Small, but he called. I cannot believe that. He saw two people jam and then call the jam, flop, and still called. He thought his 8 crusty butt doo-doo kicker was good. And then we look at this dude. Ace-7? Are you kidding me? An open jam? He 3-bet. Maybe I'm doing just the absolute wrong thing by analyzing, going deep into like the ranges and the strength of people, basing off of like, pre-flop action, just betting action. This doesn't make any sense, guys. And this is just what's going to happen. Sometimes you just cannot make sense of people. People aren't meant to be understood. And yeah, we get a clean run out to pocket a lot of money. I think it's like what, 21, around $90. So yeah, we will be seeing all that come our way. So we have pocket tens, and we are going to 3-bet squeeze pretty big here. The 950, I like this amount. This is just not a simple 3x, a little bit more, and we face a jam. As you could see, I am up $100. That doesn't exactly equate to how much we won in the last hand because I've been kind of being a little bit more aggressive. I've been squeezing. I've been more aggressive post-flop. And this player has been the victim of it all. I've been doing it a lot to him. I don't know if you've noticed, but in the last hand that I just showed you guys, he had way more money than what he does now. He is tired of it, and it's very easy to see. Unlucky for him, I actually have it, quote unquote have it. This is not a hand you should typically call a 4-bet jam with, but I am, because I know this player's sick and tired of my BS. Other player gets out of the way, it's just me and him, and he shows the good old ace-9. Flop seems clean, turn 2, and you know what, I'm gonna pause it here. I'm gonna make it a sweat. You guys always say how lucky I am. Why don't you include your losses? I wish I did lose. And this hand right here, I don't always run so pure. I don't. However, flop turns clean, and I win the 50 smackaroonies I was promised. Hand of the day, and it's going to be the last one at that. I'm just going to go ahead and raise it up. I've been extremely aggressive this video, and this guy, I think, is raising pretty light because of it. Yeah, we see a dream. So, I see this bet, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and raise it up. This guy seems pretty strong to be betting on a board that completely favors me. So he's either got something like a pocket pair, or he's bluffing with ace queen, ace king, maybe ace jack suited, ace 10 suited. I'm gonna go ahead and deny equity because I don't really want to be facing. A lot of cards aren't going to be favoring me. Like, I'm going to get an over most likely, and if it's not a 6, then I'm poo-pooed on. If it's not an ace, I'm poo-pooed on. So I'm going to go ahead and raise here. Raise. Aggressive. Yeah, so I jack it on up to that 3x sizing, 3 at bet sizing that you guys have seen so many times prior. I should probably start picking a new size. I don't know, I feel like smaller here would have done the same trick. Maybe like $12. But yeah, if he calls, he's got a pocket pair. He's got an overpair. Simple as that. If he folds, he had one of those hands I mentioned previously. Ace king, ace queen, ace jack, ace 10. But he does something I really didn't expect, and frankly enough, am not happy to see. Yeah, he 3-bets me. He goes for a freaking raise, man, and he jams all in. So now I'm scared. I'm kind of like, dang, do I fold here? This is like an amazing hand. Hell no, I ain't folding. But I'm also running through my head like the equity, and there's not many hands. He's definitely not bluffing here. Not a bluff. His 3-betting range is now limited to pocket pairs. Maybe, I don't even think he'd do the jacks. So queens, kings, and aces is what he could have. Important thing to note, if he has aces, my open-ender is frankly reduced to a gut shot, meaning I'm probably not going to see an ace. I'm going to see a 6. So I'm kind of stressing, and I tank for a very long time. I'm like, if he has kings or queens, I'm very much open-ended. But if not, and let me go ahead and pull up this equity chart to help narrate my thought process. So let's bring up the trusty calculator here. Worst case scenario, he has aces. He has me absolutely blocked up. Blocked up like that one canal and that one big old freight boat or whatever. So let's go back to the board and calculate our pot odds. Taking 14 from his 53, I have $39 more to call. Let's calculate our pot odds from that. 39 times 2 is around 78, or in this case 79. That effectively gives my pot odds 2-1, meaning I have to have enough equity to win 33% of the time, and I do not. However, if we substitute these aces out and throw in kings, or in this case any other pocket pair, our odds increase drastically. And because I just hope to God this dude doesn't have aces, I flick in the call, bada boom! I mean, dare I say, cue the music please, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, tense? Dude, a little thin, man. A little thin. And it's not like I already have a straight or anything. Roll that river. He's already dead. 6. I don't freaking give a dang. And that is $114 coming my way, baby.
Yeah, that's gonna be it, fellas. Excuse the clutter back there and the process of moving out. My parents are kicking me out for gambling too much. Just kidding. If that was happening, I would not be posting a video. However, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for making it this far. Holy fuck. Still coming off the bulk, so not looking the most defined, but hey, mass is there. Mass moves mass, ladies and gentlemen. But future cranking the POG log, HOG style. Can you put the total made from this video? Okay. That's a lot. That's a lot. Now deduct my buy-in? Oh, you're telling me I spun up that from 20 buckaroons? Holy crad. That's amazing ball. Put the hourly. Yep, I can make a living off of this. And then put the hours played. Yeah, that just makes me sad because I'm a loser who has that much time to waste on poker. But thank you guys for watching the video. Peace out and watch another video or two because I need the traction.
Let me hear it. Fresh out of jail, I made another milli. And bitch don't think I changed cause I didn't. I still hit a nigga with that glizzy. If right on part, I'm back to stealing identity. Credit card fraud, I'm in